Good morning. Happy Monday. I texted my boss last night and said, look, I didn't get anything done this weekend. I had a girls' day yesterday, and the day before I was kind of a zombie because I didn't sleep. So can I take tomorrow off? And she was like, sure. Actually, I said, I wish I had taken tomorrow off because I'm so tired from this weekend. And she said, are you saying you want tomorrow off? Without saying you want tomorrow off? I was like, perhaps. And she was like, granted. I was like, you're the best. You're the best. I came on here to tell you that I have a new love in my life. This is not sponsored, although they could sponsor me if they wanted to. Heinz pickle flavored ketchup. Y'all know I love my pickles anyway. Yeah, it's got pickle juice. I love it. On a hamburger, it's delicious. And I had a baked sweet, but no, I did not. I took out my chopper and I chopped up a sweet potato last night and I cooked it on the stove. Did I cook it on the stove? Yeah, I cooked it in a skillet on the stove. And asparagus wrapped in bacon. But speaking of cooking on the stove, while we were at Costco yesterday, and she was walking around eating all the samples, there was someone there that they were set up. Yeah, I meant to say were. They were set up where they were selling cookware from Italy. It was that Italian cookware. Yeah, and it don't have the aluminum in it. It's fancy stuff and it doesn't stick and it's wonderful. And I said, so how much would this set put me back? And she said $2.99. And Naomi said, $2.99? Can I have one too? I said, that's not $2.99, dear. That's $299. And she said, oh, you can keep your cookware. Rude. I said, how long will you be here? Because I like to make people feel like I'm interested, you know? She was like, through next Sunday. And I said, okay, great, thanks. It was pretty. I can't remember the name of it, but she said the same company makes knives. This cookware. It's kind of a stone looking, it's kind of like that speckled pattern, but she said it has no aluminum in it, which I like. Why's my phone ringing? I don't know who that is. Bye, spam. Go away. I'll be back, okay? Today is National Work Like a Dog Day. Check. National Underwear Day. Check. And National Oyster Day. Oyster. I'm not eating any oysters today. So 2 out of 3 isn't so bad. I'm working like a dog. However, I did finally finish putting the sticky self-stick wallpaper in my little pantry, and it looks so cute. And I put all new shelf lining down, and I got all my cans and all my boxes arranged, and it looks fantastic. Yeah, I'll insert a picture for you. And let me see, what did I do other than that? Because I did complete another task. Oh, well, laundry. I got all my clothes done and my bedding done, and now I'm working on towels because that was another thing. I told Tommy last night, I guess I asked her, why do we wait till the weekends, or me, why do I wait until the weekend to try to get all my house stuff done? Because that's when you're supposed to go out and have fun, right? Except I get off work at 3. I come home, or I am home, and if I'm working from home, I don't have to change clothes. But if I'm at the office, I come home and I change into more at-home attire. You got your home clothes and your work clothes, right? Which mine don't vary that much because I don't have to dress up for work. But I do wear capri pants instead of my shorts to work. Anyway, but okay, so then I change, And then I go walk Penny, where it's 9,000 degrees, but we go to the church, to the woods, so the pavement's not hot because it's all shaded on that down the bottom and up one side. And we can go down into the woods, which the temperature drops significantly when you go down under that canopy of trees. It's quite lovely, okay? Plus, I get to see things like I got to see another one of those lunar moths, and I got to see all these beautiful mushrooms. I'll insert those pictures too. Y'all may not know this, but I was going to be a photographer when I retired from the sheriff's office, but God had other plans. I didn't ask his opinion on being a photographer. I just always wanted to be one. But turns out I don't like people that well. That's not it. Okay, so I like taking pictures, okay? I don't like pictures. It's hard for me to think ahead and arrange them all the way they should go and turn this one because they're self-conscious of this, or tilt this one just right because they're self-conscious of this. And I feel like I work myself to death mentally just trying to set them up to have the best shot, because everybody wants to look, 10 years younger and thin, or 20 years younger and thin in their pictures, okay? And that requires a lot of photoshopping, and I don't have time to do all that because photography does not pay the bills, because we've come to an age where nobody wants to pay for pictures, for good pictures, because they're like, I've got a cell phone and it takes great pictures and I can blow them up and hang them on the wall, so why would I pay you? Valid point. But I do believe having professional pictures done is good for your family to look back on, plus you get a higher resolution, which means you can get bigger pictures and yada, yada, yada. But anyway, yeah, I just don't like people that well. I don't like working with people and trying to arrange them and then having the patience to stand there while they fidget and fuss, and then they don't like how they're standing, and they don't like how their head's tilted, and they don't like what they're wearing, which isn't my fault, but it's exhausting to be a photographer. So I quickly gave up on that idea. However, I do still like to go, and I'll just use my cell phone, even though I still have the fancy camera equipment. I do love to go and take pictures of things in the woods, or my flowers, or butterflies, or hummingbirds, or whatever. I'm more of a nature photographer, okay? I don't even know where I was going with all that. Do y'all know where I was going with all that? I don't know, but... Oh, yeah. So I go, yeah. I was talking about when I get off work. I go walk Penny, and I do all the photography things, and I walk around in the woods, and I come home, and I'm hot and exhausted because it's 9,000 degrees outside, and I'm ready for fall. Can I get an amen? Then we're looking at, it's almost dinner time at this point. Time to start preparing dinner. Dinner. Because I actually cook dinner, and I have to chop my vegetables, which goes a lot faster now with my fancy-dancy chopper. By the way, my finger's fine. It didn't hurt at all. Then I start preparing my dinner. I cook dinner, I eat dinner, and then at 6 o'clock, by this point it's 6, and I've already talked to my dad. I've usually talked to my brother or my sister. Then Kim calls me on her way home, and then the girls come at 7, and they were leaving at 8:30, and by 8:30, I've got to go get the shower and start preparing for the next day. So I run out of time during the week to do anything. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what I was going to tell y'all. So I'll be back, okay? Okay. Hi. Moving on from all that, I'm not complaining. I'm just saying I have a lot of projects started, and I gotta have time to do them. You know what I'm saying? But I gotta go get more paint before I can finish this project. Anyway, those asking about Hurricane Debbie, it is going to stay way south of me. It did have it coming all the way up, the projected forecast or whatever, had it coming all the way up to Atlanta and like curving right there and then going east. But now it's way down in South Georgia. So still praying for the people in Florida and South Georgia. They said South Georgia could experience some flooding, but we will not get anything except hopefully we'll get some good breezes out of it, because that's the only good thing that comes from a hurricane. The hurricane that's down there in Florida and South Georgia will sometimes produce some pretty good breezes for us. And when it's this hot outside and this real still outside, I do be liking me a good breeze. You know what I'm saying? I mean, who don't like a good breeze? Now, I'd rather it be an October breeze, where that breeze has a little bit of crispness to it. And I can wear like my new cardigan that I can't wait to wear. I probably won't get to wear that thing till November, because it just, sometimes our Octobers are not even that cool. Oh, by the way, I asked Naomi what she was going to be for Halloween, because Costco had these big, giant things you could buy, like to put outside, like a big werewolf or whatever. And she said, "You mean what are we going to be for Halloween?" I said, "Okay." She said, "Well, you know Cinderella's sisters." I said, "I don't like where this is going." She said, "We're all going to be Cinderella's sister." I said, "Who's going to be Cinderella?" And she named somebody. I said, "Okay. What about Walt?" And she said something about Walt. I said, "He could be the prince." And she was like, "I'm not kissing him." I said, Cinderella's sisters didn't kiss him either. And she was like, I was like, "Why do I have to be a sister? I think I should wear the chicken costume." And she was like, "No, you have to be a sister." I don't know what this means, but okay. Anyway, that's going to be it for this one, because I'm rambling. Y'all have a great day. Remember, I love you. Jesus loves you. Hope he's coming back soon, because people be crazy. And I will talk to you on the next Tracy Tries. Toodles, my noodles. Stay silly, my friends. Smile. Piss people off. Make them happy. Or make them wonder what you've been up to. And Florida, and South Georgia, we still praying for you. And Debbie with a Y, you just head on back out, okay? We done with you. Okay, toodles.